Hi, I'm Paul Olsen from N3V Games, the studio head there, and we're going to talk about Dead on Arrival 2, which is a mobile game that we've been developing for Nvidia and Tegra for the last few months.
All right, Paul, so can you talk about how you work with Nvidia on your game?
Yeah, sure. We've been working with them for the last 6 months to get a demo ready for CES. We've been utilizing their technology, Tegra 4 and Project Shield, and yeah, it's been going really well.
And what do they provide in terms of tech that has helped with development?
The Tegra 4 chip, we worked with them previous year on Tegra 3, doing some of our stuff with trains, and it was really good. But the new chip, Tegra 4, and the dev kits that they've sent through for us to work with have been amazing. Like, they've outperformed anything of all our expectations.
And how does your game make use of the new Tegra technology?
It's allowed us to do a lot of really high detailed stuff for mobile gaming. We've had a lot of performance increases due to the chipset in ways that we can get high poly counts on our models now, like our characters, our main characters, anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 polygons each. That's with nearly 15 to 20 of them on screen all at once, with rigid bodies and navigations and high detailed textures of 2048 by 2048. The physics in the game, there's a massive amount of physics going on, and the calculations that would usually bog down on a mobile device have outperformed any of our expectations as well. So yeah, the guys have done a really good job with the chipset, and the performance on the GPU. It helps a lot of the post-processing effects that we can achieve with the game itself as well. So there's a whole bunch of shininess to the game that we've never been able to achieve before on a mobile device.
And how does this impact the gameplay experience across the platforms you're targeting?
Instantly, the end user can come along and notice a significant difference in the graphical appearance of the game and the gameplay. When you're playing a game, your experience is everything. You can have a look at a lot of games out there, and you might see them for the first time and they look very average, but if the gameplay's there, you'll pick it up and you'll play it for a very long time. And the addiction's there, right? So we've been able to add more and more gameplay and little minor details that you couldn't add to mobile games before, that just make it all that much better. So the core elements there, and then all the secondary stuff that we weren't able to put on there, like increased physics, massive amount of physics stuff going on in our game. When you kill someone in our game, compared to the first one to the second one that we've got now, is the first one would have an animation when you die. Now it's full rigid bodies, on every single one of our characters when they die, and they fall off buildings, they fall downstairs, they drop dead like they should, and it looks really, really amazing. Just those little things, those minor details that have to be overlooked for previous years, have now been achieved with Tegra 4.
And what are some of the challenges for developing the for Android devices today?
It's not so much the development of the challenges for development. We're using Unity 4, which is a fantastic engine. Those guys really know what they're doing. We don't have a lot of problems with developing for Android specifically in the development area. It's more the marketing of Android games that a lot of developers are challenged with, due to the fact that there's so many applications that would get released on a daily basis that trying to stand out from the crowd is a really big problem. We've chosen to make games that are of a really high quality, and there's not a lot of developers out there that are making high quality games. They just can't achieve that due to the budgets. We're hoping that we've picked the right pool to be in, and that hopefully if we can make a great game that's triple A, nearly console standard for a mobile device, that will hopefully stand out from the crowd.
What are your thoughts on what can be done with tablet gaming today?
Tablet gaming? Well, you can do anything with tablet gaming. I mean, they're getting so advanced, and you'll see the devices coming out with the chipset, Nvidia's new chipset, that you can take any game from the past and convert it to a tablet. You can take any concept from the past and convert it to a tablet. It's not so much this game can't be done because it's just too advanced. I mean, the processing power that you've been given today by the chipsets are amazing. I mean, you've got every single piece of component that you could ever want in your palm of your hand. And I think that as the years go on, we're going to see PC market fall a little bit more. It'll still be around, but people at home have got more than one tablet. Usually there's only one PC in a household of 5 or 6, but there's a couple of tablets floating around easily because it's so diverse, and you can do everything you want to do on a tablet that you can generally do on a PC.
And what are your thoughts on Tegra 4 technology and how it compares to Tegra 3?
It's a big jump. They've really put the time and effort into critique this chipset. We were actually really surprised to see the performance that we could get out of the new chipset. Last year when we were working with Tegra 3, it was good. We were surprised with what we could get out of it. But this year, been working with the Tegra 4 and Project Shield for about 6 months now, and we had a whole bunch of stuff that we thought would possibly be on the wish list, and we might be able to fit it into the game. And basically all the stuff we had on the wish list and more got ticked off, and we couldn't be happy with what they've produced.
And what are your thoughts on Project Shield?
It's a really cool device. I can't wait to pick one up myself. But we've been playing around with it. The ones that the Nvidia guys have given us to develop with, and their whole strategy behind Project Shield, they've done a good job. I think they've been working on it for the last 4 or 5 years now to get all that strategy combined together and to make it a whole piece that everyone can see the bigger picture now, since they did the press release the last couple of days. And yeah, it's a cool little gadget that I think a lot of people are gonna have a fun time using, especially with their PC games on Steam, and also being able to play their mobile games on their massive plasma screens just by streaming it straight out there. And especially the Tegra chip allows us to have such high detailed graphical performance now that when you do play from Project Shield and you do stream it out to your TV, it looks like a console game. You can't tell the difference.